Step 1. Take your piece of glass and underneath it take a base with a blower blade tack. Just pop this down on the table roughly. The idea is these will support your glass and just keep it level on the table. This isn't an essential thing, but what this does allow you to do is it will allow you to pick up the glass later on from the table so you can get your fingers. That's really just what these little bases under here are for. Next, take your die, which is going to be the windows. I'm going to glue down my die, the window, to the glass with liquid poly. Now you could use PVA glue or even Vaseline to stick it down to the glass, but I use poly. Just run the glue around it, pick somewhere in the centre of the glass, and pop it down. Gluing it down in the glass basically means that it's not going to move around if you knock your glass, which you can do. Take your clay, in this case I'm using a silk form, which is designed really for doing wax casts to then pour in lead molds. But I've discovered that it's quite good to make mold casings from, so this is what I'll be using, but generally clay or plasticine even will do the job just as good, and of course you could even make a box with Lego, as many others do. But with this clay or plasticine on a glass base, I find that the clay gives you a good seal around your die. So what I did earlier is basically just cut a chunk off, cut it into several strips, taking a nice flat side, just begin your box. And I like to give about a centimetre around. It's really down to yourself, but obviously you don't want to be too tight around your mold, and you don't want to be too wide or you're going to use too much liquid rubber when making your mold. Now give it a firm press down, take the edge of a knife and just go along and just nick a bit of the edge. This will basically just help to keep good tight seal. And just tuck it back in a bit. I generally find that that's it pretty firm. Stop now. Next you're ready to do your side walls. You'll see that the clay itself doesn't have a sharp edge to it, so just take a knife, cut yourself a sharp edge, press your clay firmly down to the glass, take your knife as before, just nick at the bottom. Hopefully I didn't block you out there, but if you end up with and at the corners, basically it's still the same with the knife. Just look behind it, and nick it to the bit on the clay there, just like so. That should give you a nice seal. Once again, give yourself a nice neat edge. Take the next bit of clay, place it in place, push it down firmly. Take a knife, nick the edges in. Both sides if you like. Generally you'll see a little bit missed. More often than not you'll get a good enough tight enough seal to stop anything leaking out from the sides. Next, just close the box. Here I like to just basically cut a bit out. It's a little close there, but we'll straighten the edge again and close up our box. Now getting into nick the edge here is going to be a little bit difficult, so we'll just nick the reverse side. Push that edge and push in this edge. Now you should be able to see that everything's all boxed in. That complete, ready to go into the latex pouring.